Let's move forward so I can keep you guys on time. Once again, I am Keisha P. I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. I am a content writer with Love and Smiles Professional Business Consulting. And tonight you'll learn how to leverage your AI writing assistant to generate clear, professional, and engaging content. So, whether you're a small business owner, an entrepreneur, or even a content writer like myself, you'll learn workflows that'll enhance your output. So before we move forward, I want to take a moment to talk about who this presentation is really for, right? So in the chat, let me know what type of content do you most often need help with? Do you write blogs? Do you write professional bios? Like what type of business communication? Do you struggle writing emails? What type of business communication do you struggle with the most, right? It's for people who are struggling to adopt AI efficiently due to lack of clear and actionable steps. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed by the fast growing and evolving, let me just look because I want to see your chat. So I'll be looking between two screens, guys. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed by the fast evolving nature of AI tools, or maybe you're spending too much time creating, right? The whole purpose of AI is to help us create, be able to push the flow. So, what kind of content do you guys do? I personally, I like I said, I do blogs, I do company bios, I do website copy, which is landing pages. Um, I also do. I've written courses, and I've also written ebooks, podcast outlines, and I feel like I'm missing something. And I'm sure I am. But anything that has to do with business communication, email copy, whether it's newsletters or welcome emails, anything that assists with your workflows, AI can definitely help you with that. Oh, it didn't. Did it move? There we go. So these are the six pillars of AI driven communication that I use personally in my business, right? So when you create a prompt, and the prompt is as thorough and has as much information as you need it to have, you will create an amazing prompt. So, to achieve the best AI generated content, you must master the art of prompting. There are six key components to crafting an effective AI prompt. You have your AI persona, tone of voice, writing, audience persona, the prompt itself or the task, and then you also have your human insight, which is very important. A lot of times, I've had clients who will skip that last part, not realizing that that is one of the most key components to ensuring that you have amazing output. So, first, let's start with your AI persona, right? Think of your AI persona as a character or a role. Your AI embodies in communication. This is essential because it sets the context and influences the language and perspective used. For example, if you're writing a business proposal, assigning AI the role of a business analyst ensures the output is strategic and data driven. You can find inspiration for AI personas by researching job descriptions. I personally do this on Indeed. Sometimes I use Career Finder or even Monster Jobs. So if you are ever stuck and you're thinking, "Oh my goodness, what persona could I use for this AI?" Just open up a job search app, search for someone who actually like writes that type of content or performs the role, and you can easily find your AI persona, right? What AI persona do you think will be most useful in your business? So if you can, write it in the chat, right? So for me, I love to use a communication specialist. I love clear communication as I'm writing. And that's key as well, learning your own tone of voice and how you speak. So that helps you a lot in understanding the tone of voice that you're going to use, your AI persona, help you get to that point. So next, your tone of voice. Tone of voice dictates how the message feels to the reader. Whether professional, authoritative, optimistic, the right tone ensures alignment with your brand's personality. Maintaining consistency in your tone of voice across all of your communication channels enhances your brand identity and audience trust. A style guide can be a valuable tool in achieving this. I personally keep a document, a Google Doc, that has each of the tone of voices depending on the type of communication that I am writing for. So, just a suggestion would be to do that. So, here are some of the tone of voices, the examples that you can utilize. You can use conversational, optimistic, aggressive. Oh my goodness, I have to correct that. Professional, inspirational, charismatic. So, however you want your communication to come across and how you want your audience to feel when reading your communication, tone of voice is very, very important. Next is your writing style. Your writing style determines how structured and formal your content appears. A persuasive writing style is ideal for marketing copy, whereas analytical styles suits reports. Matching your writing style to your audience preferences enhances the engagement and readability of your content. It is very important to understand your audience. That way, you can know exactly how you're going to write for them. Next is your audience persona. So, understanding your audience persona ensures your content is relevant and compelling. A nonprofit might write differently for donors versus corporate sponsors, right? Researching your audience preferences, challenges, and motivations help to create impactful content that resonates with them. Who is your primary audience? What do they value? How do they spend their time? How do they spend their money? Understanding your audience is very, very important in crafting your communication. Next is the prompt. A well-structured prompt is key to getting high-quality AI generated content. The more detailed and specific your instructions are, the better the AI understands the task. Don't hesitate to include examples, preferences, specific keywords, or guides the AI to guide the AI's response effectively. Have you ever struggled with writing an effective prompt? What challenges did you face? So, what challenges do you guys face when you write your prompt? Is it that you find that the AI is repeating? I, in the beginning of learning AI, I did have that issue. I also had an issue with my content not being as full as I would have liked it to have been. Another issue I had was that I just didn't know how to communicate with the AI to get the things that I need out of the AI. So, what are some of your communication issues? And if you guys don't want to write it in the chat, mine says top chat. Let me see if I can change that to all messages so I can see if you guys are writing. Um, and just remember that you can always send me an email, send me a message if for some reason you do not want to, to write in the chat, and that's perfectly okay. I do respond to my messages. Last but certainly not least, while AI is a powerful tool, it should complement and not replace the human expertise. Incorporating personal insights, industry trends, real world examples, and your personal experiences make AI generated content more engaging and credible. Use your knowledge and experience to refine AI outputs for the best results. How do you currently incorporate personal insights in your content creation? Your audience wants to connect with you, right? Whether you're using an AI generated assistant, an AI assistant, or you're using the content that you're writing, your audience wants to see you, and they would like to see you in your content. So incorporating your human aspect, the AI aspect the human aspect is very important in your AI generation. Kelly says, I have had an issue with learning my voice. You know what? A lot of people have. And one of the easiest ways I have found to find your voice, look at some of your old papers. And I know it sounds like cliche, but some of us who journal, if you journal, or old papers that you have written, you can actually utilize AI to give you the tone of voice. But I would pick a paper that comes natural to you, one that didn't take you long, or one that wasn't hard for you to write, to find out what your natural tone of voice is, so that way you can consistently. Another way to do it, those of us who have YouTube videos, some of us have long form YouTube videos. You can one use AI to transcribe that video, and then once you have the video transcribed, you can then create a prompt that will ask the AI to give you your tone of voice, and then you would know because that was you. The script was you, everything was you. So that's one way to find your tone of voice, to understand your tone of voice, and more so what connects with your audience, right? So I want to do next, I want to show you two different prompts. Um, I was going to take you into the real, like do a live example, but I did a copy and paste earlier today. So, well, not really earlier, about an hour ago. My next slide. Oh, uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, there we go. Let's go back. Sorry about that. My Canva just froze. So let's go back. So I did a generic prompt just to show you guys the difference between the six components and then the way I used to prompt, right? And we've all been guilty of it, right? So I gave it a role. I said, act as a technical copywriter using the information below, write a company bio. And so I gave it my name, my company's name, the purpose of my company, the product and service, and my year of establishment, right? So the year I was established. Oh, it went backwards, not forwards. So, um, there we go. This is the output it gave me with just that, which isn't a bad output. It's not bad. It's not. It is short, but it's not as meaty as I would like it to be. Right? It talks about how I was founded. You don't really know my journey. It doesn't connect you to me and my company that I've built. Right? So next, I want to give you an example. So this is an example of our six components in action. Some writing assistants. Which writing assistants do you guys use? I use Jasper, and sometimes I may use Chat GPT, but I more so use Jasper. Which writing assistants do you guys use? Um, so I did the six components. I still kept the technical copywriter, but now I gave it a task that's a little thicker than it was before, right? Write a comprehensive company bio that effectively captivates your organization's purpose and values. Begin by focusing on your organization's history and how it has evolved to become an established and respected enterprise it is today. Consider your company's core strengths and values and convey this in the copy. Highlight any milestones and accomplishments or awards the organization has received and share any testimonials from happy clients. Be sure to explain how the service you offer directly meets the unique needs of your target audience and how it transformed their lives or business. Finally, try to incorporate any unique or innovative aspects of your brand that sets you apart from the competition. So, this is the exact prompt I use in my business when I'm writing company bios for my clients. The tone of voice, I use their tone of voice. I love charismatic, energetic. I'm conversational and informational. Um, but in this one, I use charismatic and professional. The writing style is business. My audience persona. Um, Now listen, if you struggle with your audience persona, which is what I did, My passion is small business startups. Um, I remember starting my business and it felt like every piece of information that could help me cost $2,500 or more. So my passion has always been small business startups. What I had to learn through my analytics, which is your social media analytics, pay attention who's purchasing your product, pay attention to your customer dynamic of who's finding you. That wasn't my audience for the product that I was selling. And I had to be okay with pivoting because a friend of mine reminded me the other day, I can still have my passion for small business startups and I can still figure out a way to bridge the gap between the two, but understand that the audience that I'm selling my current product to is not small business startups. So if you have to have that real conversation with yourself, have that conversation with yourself. And then here's my human insight. So as you guys notice, I've added a brief company story. I told my story. So now I've given the AI a little bit more information, background information about me. I've told it about my company, my company, about my company and how I started. And I laugh at my beginnings all the time because I was so focused on those Santa letters, guys. It was funny, but I sold zero. Just it it was funny, but I just knew I was just gonna do something with these Santa letters. So this is the prompt, and it's full. And it's full. So these are the six components. You have your AI, your task, your tone of voice, the writing style, your audience persona, and then also the human insight, which is me, my story that's a part of it. And it went backwards again. So I don't know why it's going backwards. So I actually had to. I'm no longer. Oh yeah, I'm on the screen. So I block off just a little bit of the corner of the last, but this is the company bio that it gave me after I added the six components. The bio is fuller. It has more meat, my story, more information. You feel as if you can connect with me. Um, And that's what you want from your clients, right? That's what you want when people research your website because your website is your introduction to you. When they research your website, when they read your about page, they're reading to find out if they can trust you with their task. And I I like the outcome. I might update it. I actually just hid my bio when I read this one. I said, oh, okay, we might update that a little later. So this is what it looks like when you actually utilize the six components in play. So I strongly suggest that you utilize the six components in all your work, right? And so then here's the key takeaways, right? There are six components to create AI. You have your AI persona, which is your character, the role, right? The role the AI adopts to align with the task or an audience expectations. Then you also have your tone of voice, which is your emotional undertone, right? How do you want your communication to feel, right? Communication is tailored to evoke a desired feeling or reaction from the audience. And your writing style, which tailors the document to your audience needs, right? The writing style is customized to suit the type of document and the preferences or expectations of your target audience. You also have your prompt, which is the command. It's what you want your AI, basically, it's what you want your AI to do. My suggestion is to make it clear, concise, and include everything in it that you want the AI to do, right? So I use my AI to also write my podcast outlines. So when I write my prompt, in my prompt, I tell it what sections I want in it. I also tell it the breaks that I want in it. I input everything, which I strongly suggest that you do. And then your AI persona. Who are you writing this for? Who is the content for? And it's not just written content. You can also write video scripts. You can utilize AI writing assistant to write your video scripts. Um, who is your content for? And then your human insight, which is the best part of it. You. What information do you want the AI to pull out and bring to life in your content? So these are the six components, the key takeaways. These are the six each time, and I literally have a template, and I provided the template for you guys in the downloadable. Each time I create a prompt, I sit there and I write all six of these components out. It is a little bit longer on the front end, but the back end results will be worth it. And I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, now is the perfect time to ask. Uh, I want to make sure that you leave with clarity, inspiration, and actionable ideas to take your content strategy to the next level. I've also, for those who would like or prefer a one on one experience for today only, no, I think it's up for 24 hours. If you use Save 50, you can take 50% off a 1 hour personalized support. And it's directly on my website at lovensmilespbc.us. And then you can /book online. Or if you go straight to the website, you can click on start a conversation and then schedule a consultation. Does anyone have any questions? Let's see. Okay. Well, I thank you guys for your time. The replay, so you can replay this video. This video will be available for replay for 48 hours. You can utilize the link that you received in your email to rewatch the video for the next 48 hours. And thank you. Thank you, Brian. I'm glad it was helpful. I would love, love, love to see how you implement it. Or if you have any questions, just reach out to me so I can assist you with it. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for being an amazing audience, and good night.